Hey Tano, remember Valkyr, the kitty with anger issues that used to just claw her way through the star chart? Yeah, I thought so. Now, Valkyr has always been my personal comfort pick. That's how she ended up being my second most used warframe. She's very straightforward, easy to use, and you can pretty much autopilot her at 2 AM in the night, head empty, no thoughts. But nowadays she kinda feels a bit underwhelming when compared to warframes like Foruna or Kullervo. That bitch wasn't asked to farm. Now, look, Valkyr might not be as flashy as Wisp's assets or as overpowered as Mesa, but she's the perfect warframe for when you just want to relax, rip enemies to shreds and not stress about dying. Just put on your headphones and listen to some old Linkin Park album. I know that each and one of you are actually listening to Linkin Park while playing Valkyr on key. I know because I am doing it all the time. So, why Valkyr? Because she's stanky as fuck, mobile, and she can hit like a motherfucker truck. Without needing 200% of your attention, like I'm doing with Loki. My brain hurts after playing him. Think of her as the warframe equivalent of your comfort food. But she can be made more engaging if we use one little trick. So today I'm going to show you my turn your brain off Valkyr build. It's stonk, simple and ridiculously fun to play. And also a super duper big shout out to all of you. I am beyond amazed with how much support this channel received in such a short amount of time. So really guys, you are the best and lots of thank yous. And to think that the reason I uploaded this warframe video was because I was dizzy on mulled wine or Glühwein. But happy little accidents, am I right? Let's break down her kit really quickly. So her passive is pretty good. It makes her nimble like a kitty cat, meaning she will always land on her feet and she can recover a lot faster from knockbacks. Now her first ability is pretty much Spider-Man from Wish. It's only good at hitting the enemies and like that's all. This is the ability, her bread and butter. It's her signature war cry. It boosts attack speed, your armor, and it slows down the enemies around you. But only on the cast itself, it's not like a slow aura, so keep that in mind. Paralysis is okay-ish. It drains your shields to stagger the enemies and it also opens them up to finishers, and also you can scream as much as you want without your neighbors complaining about it, so it's a win-win, I guess. And last but not least, Hysteria, the reason why we're all here. Press a button to activate God mode. Easy peasy. You'll become invincible and you'll equip your talons to rip and tear until it is done. Once you activate this ability, it will start to slowly but surely drain your energy. This energy drain will increase over time, and also the ability will store the damage that you have taken. The big issue is that if there are enemies around you when the ability is deactivated, it will deal a percentage of that damage to you. And oh yeah, it bypasses the shield get immunity, so it can one-shot you in higher level missions. Now the not so good and good part at the same time, I guess, is that she has two abilities that we can get rid of. The first one and the third one. Personally, I think the first one is the better one to get rid of. It just doesn't do anything. So we will instead swap it with Kullervo's helmet ability Wrathful Advance. This will help you achieving those huge ass triple exclamation marks big PP damage numbers. Wait. Now, Valkyr with Kullervo's ability is like a Bengal tiger. Valkyr without it is just like a house cat. Both are deadly to us, but not to the enemies. Now you could go with something like Rhino's Roar until you get Kullervo, or just buy him since he's such a pain in the butt to farm. But Kullervo's ability is far better in my opinion. Now onto the build itself. Of course, for Aura we are going with Steel Charge for the increased melee damage, Narrow-Minded for increased ability duration, Adaptation because I just love seeing 90% reduction for almost all the elements in the game. Eternal Wall will help you not having to keep track of the Warcry's duration, so it's pretty much a mod that will increase the quality of life of this build. I know, Umbral Intensify, Umbral Vitality and Umbral Fiber, yay! But I chose to go with the three of them just because they will make Valkyr really tanky, so you don't have to worry if your Hysteria does run out. Prime continuity for even more ability duration, and equilibrium so we never ever run out of energy. For the Excelos mod, I went with Power Druid for even more ability strength, and for the Arcanes, I highly suggest that you go with Arcane Fury, which will increase your melee damage on a critical hit, and we will almost always critical hit, and Molt Augmented for even more Ooga Booga ability strength. Now for the primary and secondary, they do not matter, just make sure that you get a primary with critical chance that will help your companion. Now for the melee weapon, it does and does not matter because we just need a stat stick. I went with Telos Boltis just because they have the 4th highest puncture status in the game. If you have Valkyr Synoid, you can use it. I just don't have it. I don't know where it is. I probably sold it. I don't know. But why do I care about puncture? It's because of this melee doughty, which will increase your critical multiplier based on your puncture status. Now with this build on Telos Boltis, by default I have 66% puncture status on this weapon, so that means that melee doughty will give me 6 times critical multiplier, but with the Galvanized Elementalist will reach up to a 10 times critical multiplier, which is really nice. Now the only other mods that matter on Telos Boltis is Gladiator set, which will increase your melee critical chance per combo multiplier, and just go Ooga Booga on puncture status and status chance in general. And now very important, the kitty cat claws. And yes, you can actually use Tenokai on Valkyr Talons. I didn't know that a few days ago. So the Tenokai is really going to make this build a lot more fun and interactive. But basically prime pressure point for a lot of melee damage, primed reach so I can just blend and shred the enemies around me, Berserker Fury for even more Ooga Booga attack speed. Then I went with just pure cold and toxin because status doesn't matter, Organ Shatter for increased critical chance, Sacrificial Steel just because it has a higher base critical chance, and then Killing Blow. Now why Killing Blow? Because it will increase your heavy attack damage and wind up speed, and Tenokai will give you a window of opportunity where you can deal a heavy attack without actually spending your combo counter and with an increased critical damage, so it's really good. Now for the Archon Shards, I'd say do whatever you feel like you need to do here. This is just my way of making Valkyr feel right for me. So a Taufor's Ember Archon Shard for the increased casting speed because she has really slow animation, so it's really going to help with just going in and out of Hysteria. Then I went with a Taufor's Purple Archon Shard, like the mini version of Equilibrium. Having Equilibrium in this one at the same time, it's pretty much going to keep your energy topped, no matter what you do. Then of course I went with a red Tauforged Archon Shard for the increased melee critical damage. Now if you decide to go with a primed flow, I guess you can also go with a purple Archon Shard and go with the option of gaining some melee critical damage that is doubled when you have over 500 energy. That works too if you have prime flow. I don't have it, I only have 225 energy. It's not going to happen, so I just went with critical damage. Then I also went with parkour velocity just because I wanna have
the zoomies,
and then I guess you can go with whatever. I'm not having enough Archon Shards at the moment, so I just went with more ability strength because why not? Now for the companion, we do know that cats do not get along really well, they are just going to scratch each other to death, and dogs are also not the best pair with the cat. So personally I just went with the helmet charger just because it has to drip. Wait, how does it actually look without... Oh! My, it actually looks really nice now. Like when they first introduced it, it used to look like this pile of poo-poo. And that's why I got the Nidus skin pack just for this skin for a pet that I haven't used until now. Now, this is the build for the helmet charger. And that's why I said that you need a primary with critical chance, because if your companion will reach 50% critical chance, you will gain more critical damage multiplier. Wow! Also really important is duplex bond because it will help with your energy, and synth deconstruct. If they drop health orbs, it actually means energy drops for you because you do have equilibrium. Now, really important for the claws of the helmet is that you go with Assassin's Posture because it will help with those very tanky, chunky Eximus units that have a lot of overguard. And we are going with a radiation and magnetic damage just so we can shred that overguard shield. Now for the focus school, I do recommend that you stick with Naramon just because of this power spike, which will prevent your combo counter from fully depleting. It will only deplete by 5 every few seconds. So it's really like a quality of life for this build. So basically what you're going to do in the mission is activate Hysteria, activate your war cry, do full level's ability and just shred the enemies. And whenever you see that little symbol, do a heavy attack. Oh yeah, neuron activated when I see that symbol. Yoink, yoink. Hiya! Whee! And even without Kulevra's ability, she's still able to deal a lot of damage. I'm still able to shred with these enemies. I'd say Kulevra's ability is not mandatory unless you are going for like really high endurance missions. And speaking of endurance missions, your little finger will also have to endure a lot of pain from all these slide attacks. I think I've developed a slight pain in my little finger, but it is what it is. It's a small price that we have to pay. Now this is the easy turn off your brain build, but there is a really nice interaction with the Tenokai opportunity and Kulevra's Wrathful Advance, which will make the build a lot more fun, engaging, and also insanely strong, almost as engaging as a laser for a kitty cat. If you use Kulevra's ability while you have the Tenokai symbol on your screen, it will deal extremely, and I mean extremely stupid amounts of damage. Very big, like if someone can actually do the math, please do, because I am terrible at math. Help me, please. Now you do need to be careful, because if the enemies are not close enough to you, you might end up using this ability after the opportunity time is gone, and it will mess up with your combo counter. So I suggest to use this ability only when you're like really close to enemies, otherwise who knows, like 64 million, what the fuck, Valkyr? And yoink, 20 million, like, and the enemies are not even like primed, so it's just pure damage. So now let's see how she can handle some high level enemies. Oh yeah, let's go fight. Just like a blender. Actually, that's a chainsaw. Yeah, little like Chicky Chong. Oh. Oh yeah, see that Valkyr right before you die. It's the greatest time you can get. One shot the angel. 200 million? Okay, Valkyrie, I see you. Wait, was that 1 billion, or are just my eyes playing tricks on me because it's very late? Also a big shout out to Dumitru, whose gifts allow me to fuel my fluff collection addiction. Thanks a bunch, buddy. Spasayo ziminunata. Ciao. Yep, and there you have it, Tenno, a lazy, brainless yet insanely strong Valkyrie build that will make you fall in love with her all over again. Let's get this kitty out of retirement and back into our public matches. Who's with me? Now, if you've enjoyed this guide, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you are going to give Valkyrie a second chance. Until next time, Tenno, keep slashing, and remember, claws are better than guns. Bye bye!